tree, I can't. Let's talk about that. Why that, and how has that also improved in your stuff that you're doing?
I think I'm very good at tree. If I start to speak English, I think that people would analyze certain words, your pronunciation, and in tree, it easily goes. And the people that I want to create the content for in the beginning of my job was Ghanaians. Right, so that's why I started with a tree, and when I was doing it, people loved it, and they still love it. If I post the content, people do English. Probably they think that they want to go international, go to BBC, and I think what I do and the people that I want to please, they're able to accept it. I post content on Facebook, and in like 5 days I get 1 million views. So I don't see the tree to be a barrier. I don't see the girl that you want to use as a barrier. It's about the content that you're putting out. If people are not interested in the content, I mean, I get. If I go outside Ghana, I see, if I go to Belgium, I know some whites who know me. I don't know how they understand my interviews. I don't know what they want from the interview. I enter places, I see white, I know these are. Not that I create content in English. I know that probably if I should be doing more of English, I would get more than where I am right now. But I feel like, okay, I won't kill myself. I can't do everything. I always say that I can't do everything. I'm doing what I can do for others to also consume from there. Because I mean, if I speak tree and anything is okay for you, fine. The other people who do English, maybe the same production, can watch it elsewhere. So I'm okay with what I do, even though I think I can do more and get pleasure out of it. But I think I'm okay with the tree that I'm using right now.
Before I get to Sheldon, you can clap. Before I get to Sheldon, do you deliberately on your social media platform, especially on Instagram, deliberately put on the spelling mistakes?
Nobody will intentionally do that. You see, the job planned. And there are times that people don't know that the captions are sent. About 50% of my content are paid content. So most of them are captions that come in. And the others that, the few ones probably that I'll make mistakes with it are, maybe I don't make them. I might be driving, I might be doing interview, maybe I might say, we post it because I post hourly. So if I say I'm wasting time to finish all the interview, comes wait for 1 hour to post, and the time and I have a lot of content to post. Me, I'm one of the busiest Ghanaians, not just bloggers. I have a lot of work when it comes to the media space. So I don't take my time. I would say I don't take my time. So before you see that there's a mistake there, but there's no rational human being who intentionally say that I'm making a mistake for people to come and correct me before I correct myself. No, it is mostly mistake that I make that I come back and then correct it. But we all humans. I mean, everybody makes mistakes. Yeah.
Okay, so mistakes are allowed, huh?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yep.
Sheldon, broken English. What can you say about that?
Yeah, so it's been broken English, but then they're changed towards speaking the English language. We have different kinds of shows on the platform. Most of the time we are speaking the English. Now, on our platform, we make data-driven decisions. We are a youth-driven platform. I've been to places where I see the kind of people consuming my content. Then I know I have to sway towards that part because most of these guys, they don't even understand. They treat things like alien to them, you understand? Now when you come to the back end, using data, I have people in Ghana consuming my content the most. That is about, I think, 40-50%. The rest is fairly distributed across countries like Nigeria, Kenya, and other countries. Now, I don't do geographically specific content. I create content about anything happening on the African continent. Today we sit here talking about something that is trending in Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa, anywhere. With these people, the only way you will get to them with that language. So I try as much as possible to meet them halfway. There was a time I was trying to get someone to even, because the tree was, you can't fault anyone for using tree on your platform if that is what they feel comfortable with. What I would advise is the subtitle, which is for the kind of content that he posts. If he has to read the subtitle, then the content never next year. Because I tried at some point to subtitle like the tree content. it was so hard. Like you send a video to this guy, like, oh, we are doing time sensitive content. 2 days later, other content. You understand? So we just try as much as possible to meet them halfway, the English or the pidgin. And as I said, we are doing this thing based on the data in the back end. And I feel like it's working because I have like 5.5% of my audience coming from Nigeria. There are a lot of, I have like Nigerian influencers, musicians, content creators hitting up to me because they consume my content. That makes me happy. And I am glad that I am reaching a lot of people. I want to reach a lot of people. There was a time that we even contemplated on entering the Nigerian market. As I said, we don't want to create content for just Ghanaians. This industry, listen, is saturated. You will do it to a point where you wouldn't even have anything to talk about. There are some times that you go on social platforms, you try to, get content to talk about it. There is nothing. But in other jurisdictions, there is a lot happening there, especially in Nigeria. I don't want to box myself. I don't want to just create content for Ghanaians. I want to create content for everyone. So with me, the language, I just try to get people on board that would speak the English or the pidgin. I mean, if intermittently you decide to chip in the tea, that is fine. I can't fault you or I can't move to you for that. But at the end of the day, make sure that people, because we create content for people. We create content people want. If they do not understand, and for like the pro content, sometimes we bring on a guest and the guest is speaking to you, and you have people in the comment section. What is happening? We don't understand. It is so frustrating. So you see, we just try to get a balance where everyone understands what we are talking about. And I feel like it's working for us.
Okay, beautiful. Oh, keep on clapping. Nice. Last but not least, you touched already on the whole government tax content creation. I mean, not just only content creators, they brought in MCs, they brought in anybody who was, in the field of putting something out there like that. You've already touched on it. We can all know where Sheldon is standing, but in that sphere, should they do it?
Yes.
Why?
There is nothing, you realize on YouTube you pay tax to the US government, right? Mm-hmm. That is like 10%. You see, taxing me is not a problem. First of all, what are you going to use the tax for? Also, what have you done? Because the US government, there are guidelines or whatever that maybe YouTube as a platform can introduce, and you would have a senator calling the president or the founder of YouTube to parliament to come and answer questions. Here it's like a free range. You see, if you eat from where you have not invested. That's what I'm saying. We have had a problem where creatives in this country, like, bro, they treat us like we are not part of the ecosystem. But when it is time for campaign, they come and talk to you, do this for us. And because, Charlie, you see, they've weaponized poverty and they are using it against us. Because they basically impoverish you to the point that if they bring 5,000 CDs to you for you to post their content or shout, yeah, to us or now or about you do it. That is my problem with the system. Because you agree for as a creative, you are one of us. Since his call to that place, what has he done for the creatives in this country? I don't have a problem. We pay taxes all the time. I pay it, I can't dodge it. When they introduced the E-level, we all ranted, but we are paying it. We can't dodge it. It is how we are supposed to grow. See, we have like private investors spearheading conversations for creatives in this country. Afrofuture, this and that. They are the people bringing in YouTube. Bro, how you visit in this country? There are some like offices. We don't have access to anything. Go to Kenya, go to other countries. Their environment is enabled, internet penetration, everything. You can't tell me that you want to take tax from me. For what? What have you done for me? You have not created a job for me. I have created a job for myself. You want to tax me, fine. Okay, what are you going to do to enable me to produce more so that I can tax me? What is your destiny? Your contribution is zero contribution. Here's the source answer in school.
Okay.
Sembo.
Okay. Zion, what's your take on this? And what do you think moving forward, if that should happen, how should it be done, and how can we make it peaceful between ourselves and, of course, the government as well?
I think they should solve what Sheldon is saying. I mean, I buy my own gadget. My camera is not joke. The last time I went
Talk about the duty set. Or you want to come and tax.
So buying gadgets is not a joke. I mean, putting up, working hard to get money to, and you see, it's not just about taxing you, right? I pay for my workers too. I think something pay for workers. I mean, every month I pay for workers.
Can't tax.
Yeah, for workers, and I pay my. So it's not just about even taxing the amount of money I'm charging people. I pay my own income tax at the end of the year. I'm changing like 3 or 4 times. We pay it quarterly. We come and pay for workers every month. If you have 15, you have 10 workers, you have to pay for them every month. And that's the same. What do I get from you? I remember somewhere like 2019 when I opened my house. So I feel like a month later, I got a long letter from GRA. They said I registered my company in 2012. So tax from 2012. I'm like, 2008?
Till 2019?
I'm like, I was in school, I was in Legon. I was a student, I was working at Radio University. I just registered the same year when I have a company. So I wasn't working as a company. So it was a back and forth. And since then till now, I pay. But just that the tax now, Charlie, it's not a joke. So if I do and ask me what have they done for me since then till now, Obi will be checking say if things are going on well or not. Just work and bring us the money. You work, bring us the money. If you are there in the middle of the month, money hasn't come, you get a text message from GRA. They're reminding you that the deadline is this, that, and that, come and pay. So yes, I mean, tax there everywhere. So if you go to UK, it's crazy. You work and then all the money goes to the government. Yes, we accept that we have to pay tax because we are working in the country. We have to help the country develop. But what are you also doing to help us? Else, somebody go on TikTok. Okay, like if we go to America, then he'll be creating the content and the popularity. Like the way we pay for America, at least we get something from it. But if you are here and you pay tax and nothing come out of it, I think it's a no-no. So we pay the tax, but we should also benefit from the government for what we are giving them.
Okay. I have something to add. You see, this government, or any other government, they try to spearhead projects and they use like politicians. You see them, they've mounted billboards, creative economy, this and that. They load themselves in like convoy. They go and sit there and they want to take decisions for creators. Imagine trying to put out like a bill policy about the creative economy and you're not even involving the people that are actually on the ground working. You understand? I have seen tourism, travel tourism workshops and things, and you have politicians with bellies like mine sitting down there. On no content, what do they know about even travel tourism? You understand? These people don't involve us in anything at all. If you are privileged to be in the room and they are involving you, that is on you. But I'm talking about the general conversation here. You see, if you give me the mic for like the next hour, and I just haven't got you because it's meant to tune simple animal. No, come with the boys. Like, bro, you see, these are the people here. See, they are here because they've created a path for themselves. You complete school, and you see, when I completed school, if I had to depend on this government, I had to carve a niche or I have to create a path for myself. So I expect you to enable it. Help us, you understand? Put in words for us. Engage people that are actually going to influence decisions that are going to help us. I'm not saying say come and give me money or a loan. Even if you have a fund like that, where you go, bro, buying one camera set, your head will be mad. Then I'll go through all this thing and you come, oh, you're Muslim you're fine. What are you doing? You saw come and tell you.
All right, away from that. Now, someone is starting off. I mean, this is the very last one. And I believe probably anyone here might take something from this. There's this whole craze about, well, I want to reach there fast. I want to get there fast. So, okay, let me buy off accounts. I want to, buy accounts. And is it working? Should somebody do that? And to what extent can somebody just move from one level to the other?
The account buy, how does it work? So someone goes an account and buy.
Yes.
Based on what metrics? So are you going to create content for? What did the person use to create the account?
So this is what's happening. So it's not even individuals, even companies do so. they're just like, okay, well, we want to grow, we want to actually push our stuff out there, we want to let people know that we have the numbers and all that. So if anybody is selling any account, probably on social media, let's say YouTube account or Instagram account. In fact, it actually happens with Instagram accounts a lot.
Even YouTube people do.
Yes. So they just come through, and somebody is also willing to,
Oh, okay, but then
sum off.
I mean, I've seen ZIONFELIX videos on Facebook, 1 million, 2 million. Okay, I've not seen him boosted any content before. You see, it's not even about buying off the followers or the subscribers or whatever. It's about people not wanting to put in the work and thinking content creation is just putting out video and going to sleep. It's a job, bro. And I had to take it as a job because you open the back end, you see the graph, you see like the data being shown to you, and you go like, nah, I'm not going to slack on this. So if you put in the work and you are consistent with the content creation, I feel like you are supposed to let your content do the talking, right? You put in content, people consume, you make them, you do whatever ad you want. You understand? But you see, from the beginning, you need to get the rudiments right. If you don't get it right, you can get the account, let's say 50,000 subscriber account. What are you going to feed to them? What is the value proposition as a creator? Also, on what account are you buying? Do you know the consumption pattern of the account that you have bought? Or you are going to do try and test it? So you see, I don't subscribe to that. But you see, I am in no position to dictate to people how they for random platforms. If that works for you, that is fine. But since I started content creation, I've never engaged in it for even boosting Grammy. Because maybe I'm meeting and Mark Zuckerberg not be here. It's yet the content his work is to monetize my content. I am not supposed to pay me. If I have a potent content, bro, content is content. If your content is fire, it's fire. You don't have to go through all that.
Okay. Your advice on that?
Yeah. I also believe that your work should just before you. First thing first, you should know what you want to do. You should love the job that you're entering into. If somebody starts, I always tell people that if I am running an internet platform and I sell it to somebody who also wants to do fitness thing on it, because the people who follow the platform were there to hear gossips about Yvonne saying the sack or the shutters, but you are changing it to fitness. So why should I still follow it? So you buy the account, you have like 50,000 followers, and the next minute you have 200. Because I didn't follow it for fitness thing. I know a lot of people who go through that. There's this guy who went for Mr. Ghana. He got a lot of followers, and after winning it, he started doing training, and he lost almost everybody. So if you want to do something, just start from the scratch. It's not easy. That one day, nobody, especially now. Right now, almost everybody is a content creator. Go on TikTok and see. Go, China people they on find any sort of fun probably 5% or so. They create content. People they Facebook, they install content. Now, when I say all your bloggers, they're creating content. First, don't be a blogger. Now that everybody become. So right now, it's not easy. But if you're able to do it well, you set yourself different from the others, and you also get the niche that you. I tell people that it shouldn't be money. Okay, it's can say you can be on websites. Because the traffic they will get a deal. I the way you're going to. But it's not about the money. It's about what we love. If you love it, you do it well, and at the end of the day, the money will come.
Ladies and gentlemen, please a big round of applause for KWADWO Sheldon and ZIONFELIX. Gentlemen, thank you so much.